Hey guys, Super Pokey Guitar here, and I just laid out my restaurant Typhlosion build. It's not quite finished yet, but with a little bit of updating, it will be done soon. So, let's take a look. I run 4 Typhlosion Prime, obviously for its ability Afterburner, which lets you take a fire energy from the discard pile and attach it to one of your Pokemon, and then put 1 damage counter on the Pokemon you attach to. So if you have 2 out, then you can attach 2 extra energy a turn, assuming that you attach one from your hand. This is extremely good, especially with high attacking Pokemon that I'll talk about later. 2 Quilava, and then 4 Cyndaquil. So nothing too exciting other than that. I run 4 Reshiram, and I found this kind of funny because I have one of each type of Reshiram that's out other than the one from Next Destinies. I have one from Black and White, one promo from the Reshiram box, one promo from the Reshiram tin, and then one full art. So I have all different art Reshirams, which is just sick. It's pretty cool. So they're your main attacker. That 1 damage counter that you place on them through Afterburner makes it so then they can use Outrage, which does 20 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on the Reshiram. And then the attack Blue Flare for 2 fires and a colorless does 120. So it's kind of hard to see there. I don't have a great camera. And then you discard 2 energy attached to Reshiram, and you do 120 damage to the active. So then right after you discard the energy, then you can get them back with Typhlosion Prime, and that's the main idea of the deck. So you want to get Typhlosion out quick and a Reshiram out quick. One thing that's optional in the deck, but honestly I don't think the deck can function without it, is Ninetales. It's truly an essential part of the deck. I like to run 2 because I feel like 3 is a little bit too much. I do 1 Unleashed Vulpix, and then 1 Heart Gold Soul Silver Vulpix. And then I have 1 Call of Legends and 1 Heart Gold Soul Silver, but they both do the same thing. Their ability, Roast Reveal, that makes it so you discard a fire energy into the discard pile, which is actually very good in this deck, because then you can get it back with Afterburner later with Typhlosion, and then draw 3 cards. Because of that, you're going to want to get a Vulpix out and Ninetales out as quick as you can, because then you can Roast Reveal, draw 3 cards, and hopefully draw into your Reshirams and Typhlosions and other trainers and supporters you need. Now that that's the Pokemon line, I will show you the energies. I run 13 Fire Energy. It's important to have a lot of energy in this deck because you're going to want to discard them and have them in your hand at a lot of different times before you get Typhlosions out. I feel like 13 is the perfect amount. 12 didn't seem consistent enough, and more than that just seemed like too much energy that wasted space. I feel like 13 is the perfect amount. 1 Double Colorless, which is compatible with Reshiram's Outrage attack, but it's not too major because most of the time you're using Blue Flare, that's why there's only 1. And a Rescue Energy to heal back one of your Reshirams because, you know, there's only 4 main attackers in the deck. So if you're playing a very long game, you might need one of those back. Now to go with the trainers. Like every deck, you should have at least 2 catcher. I happen to have 2. And if someone is willing to trade this 1 catcher, reverse catcher, for 2 catchers, or like a catcher and a something else, please speak up. I will totally do that. 3 rare candies. You know, they're good for evolving Typhlosion up quick in 1 turn. Switch. It's good in this deck, I guess, but, you know, if you get Catchered, Switch is just a helpful card to have. It's not too essential in this deck since no Pokemon really have a huge retreat cost, but, you know, still a good card. Junk Arm. Now, this is a card that I think is a little overrated, but it should have at least 2 or 3 iterations in a deck. You see, you discard 2 cards, and then you take an item card from the discard pile, which is really good because then you can get back your catchers, your rare candies, your plus power, anything that you need. And that's really helpful. And then you can also discard fire energies for Typhlosion's Afterburner, which is perfect. I run 4 Pokemon Communication. It's just an extremely versatile card, and I think one of the best trainers out there. 3 Pokegear. I'm going to get into why I run those in a sec. It just raises up your consistency of getting Pokemon out quicker by drawing into supporters. Since I'm kind of low on some of them, running 3 Pokegear is a very good compensation for that. 2 Plus Power. Again, you can extend the use of Plus Power with Junk Arm, and these Plus Powers are very helpful because a lot of Pokemon, including Zekrom and Kyurem, have 130 HP. And since Blue Flare only does 120, you're going to need that extra oomph to kill them. That's what plus power is here for. 2 collector. Now, I know that someone's going to scream at me for only running 2 collector in a deck, but I don't really have the collectors necessary, and that's why this isn't a perfect deck yet, and that's why I run the 3 Pokegear. But actually, I really like the setup of 2 collectors and 3 Pokegear. You run less of the collector, and then when you have a lot of Pokegear, you can pretty much search for any supporter on the top 7 cards of your deck. I feel like it's actually a little bit better. Maybe I'll run one more collector when I get it, but as far as I'm concerned, the Pokegear setup, Pokecollector setup, works just fine for me. 2 Professor Juniper to get yourself out of bad hands and discard energy. 2 Pot just to get new hands in general. 2 Judges to disrupt your opponent. And 1 Interviewer's Question just in case you're out of energy. Now that's my final deck list. Like I said, it's not perfect just yet, but I'm working on it. So if you have any suggestions, please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any trades, PM me. I would be happy to. And yeah. So have a good day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye.